Do I see myself? Yes, I see myself. People. Oh, people. It's such a long day. Hello to every one of you who just joined. Welcome. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, people of the world. Welcome to all of you. And happy Friday. Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to position myself properly. Hello, people. Royston, I need your help to adjust the TikTok phone to make it a bit more centered. Thank you. Hi, Clarissa. Clarissa, how are you? Hello to you, Clarissa. How is Friday so far? Today, today you skipped tuition. Why? What valid reason do you have to skip your tuition class? Good. How about you? Yes. A very busy day, Clarissa. A very busy day. Sherlyn, hello, Sherlyn. Sherlyn. Tomorrow makeup. I see. I see. Okay, as long as you make up for it, no worries. But I hope you're fine, Clarissa. I hope you're fine, and I hope it's not like a very horrible reason why you didn't manage to go to your lesson today. Nonetheless, I'm happy you're here, Clarissa. It's very rare to see you on Fridays. I see you on Fridays nonetheless still, but you say, hi, Chair, I'm currently in class, and then you disappear. Okay, everyone, hello. Happy to see you all. It's TGIF. Yay. Okay, and sure, you gonna grind. Grind. Hello, Labubu Capybara. Welcome. You all have swimming tomorrow. But my ankle still hurts. Your ankle, is it? Yes. So reminding all of you that it's the last day of February. My goodness. Should I be happy? Should I be sad? It doesn't matter. The time will continue to move on. The world will continue to move on. But it's a good reminder. February has ended. So if you think about it, right, out of 12 months, 2 months is out already. Time is so fast. Yeah, time is so fast. That would mean to say tomorrow is March. I was about to say March holidays. Tomorrow already is March 1st. And it's very timely for me to again talk about the March holiday programs. Yes, you'd basically have around, because your holiday starts on the 17th, right? So you have about 2 weeks to think about how you want to spend your holidays, and making sure you balance out relaxation, fun, and as well as, non-stop learning as well. So you don't lose the momentum. Mariah Carey! That's always so. Yes, hello to you, madam. Hello to you. So yes, we still have some seats left to some of our programs. Do know that we have March holiday programs from primary 1 all the way to primary 6. We actually opened another class for 2 of them because I understand that a lot of you really want to practice your oral skills. So hello R, welcome to you. Happy Friday. Sure, I'm scared for Sunday. Why are you scared for Sunday, Clarissa? What is it? What's gonna happen on Sunday? Wait, sure, I want to join the March holiday program. Which holiday program are you interested in? Our oral, our paper 2 plus oral, or what? Which one? Fasting, is it? You're scared to fast, is it? Is that what you're asking me? Is that what you're scared about? Okay, paper 2. Oh, that will be good. So, teacher, my worded assessment is next week. I'm scared. Wish me luck. I'm aiming for AL2. Aim higher! You can get AL1, Mariah Carey. I trust in you, okay? But, of course, don't pressure yourself too much. Your goal is to do well, okay? Whatever the result is, we just keep moving on and keep improving from there, okay? It's still March. You see your first weighted assessment. Don't be too harsh on yourself, okay? If art so much, I'm so happy to see a lot of you today. Hello, welcome to you. Yes. How am I? Thank you for asking, Labu. Today is a very busy day, but we're still live, Life goes on, okay? Yes. I like how you typed it in. If art so much. Okay, now, People, we are gonna go move on and do a paper today. I'm so sorry we didn't manage to start at 5:30 exactly, but we just finished a training. What are we doing today? Today we are learning once again. Every day is a learning day. Okay, I'm getting a buffet. Yay! You're getting a buffet. I don't know for what reason, but if you're getting a buffet, I'm very happy for you. We all love buffets. Okay, yeah, so today we're doing MGS paper. It's P6. It's an SA1 paper. Let's go through, be strong, type in your answer. Let's learn again. Why am I opening this here? I'm supposed to open this here. Hold on, huh? Open it somewhere else. Okay, we are now in the right app. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Moonlight. Welcome to you. I saw you this morning. I'm happy that you're here this afternoon. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with our grammar questions. Now, have you ever blanked a camel in the desert before? Asked the tour guide. Okay. Very big clue. What form of the word ride are you gonna use here? Your biggest clue is have. I have number 2. I have 4 for Mariah and R. Sorry, cannot come in the afternoon. Why cannot come Labubu Capybara? Now, do keep in mind when you have has, have, or had, it's followed by what form of the verb, ladies and gentlemen? R says present participle. R, present participle is ing. Okay? Present participle, okay, is ing1. Okay? Like riding, it will be riding, but riding is not one of the options. So I think you mean, can you reconsider your answer, teacher? I'll come back in 2 seconds. Yes, please do so. I think you mean past participle, are. So you actually follow has, have, and had with a past participle form of the verb. So what is a past participle? Correct, R. You are going for present perfect tense. You are correct. Yes. Creamy Cat says number 4, written. Okay. Hello, Axel. Welcome to you, Axel. Yes, I'm happy to see new faces. XNGS GZ 84. Okay, you are correct. The answer is indeed number 4, written. Ride, rode, ridden. Okay, now I'm finally back. Axel, you've joined us before, is it? And then you kind of disappeared for some time, is it? Now, yes, the past participle is ridden. Okay, ride, rode, ridden. And do keep in mind when you see has, have, and had, you always follow it with past participle. What I can do for you is, if we have extra time later, by the time we're close to being done, I can practice with you how good you are with your past tense and with your past participle. I have one full. I have so many pages just to get my students to do it in class. Okay, past tense and past participle, give it to me like that. Sure, why are you brown? Here we go again with the questions, Mariah Carey. Although it's so valid because last Wednesday I was wearing all black and today I was wearing all black. I'm wearing all black again. No, I am not attending a funeral. Yes, I like the color black. So that's about it. Now, R is very ready. You are now in number 2, is it? Okay, let's move on then to number 2, people. The teacher, 2 is number 1, is it? The teacher made her students blank the classroom before allowing them to go for their break. Okay, Axel says number 1. R, I would assume, also says, R said number 1. Oh, thank you for sharing the live macaroni. We all love macaroni. Yes, if asked so much, so you all saying number 1. Do you recall what is the name of the rule that we use here for this very commonly tested grammar question, people? Commonly tested grammar question. Okay. Who can recall? Your clue is this one. Made, and then her students, and then the blank, which will be filled out by another verb. Okay. Who can recall this rule? V and V. Very good. R, you are correct when you said root form. So you see here, right, the pattern is verb, noun, and verb. When you see this pattern, you basically have 2 options for your second verb. It's always either base form or root form, that what R said, okay, base form, or present participle, which is ing. For this case, you have both, okay? So let's cancel number 2 because that's not base form. Let's cancel number 3 because also not base form. Sure, clean and cleaning. So if both options are there, which one do you want me to use, okay? If they can be both possible answers. What I always tell my students, ladies and gentlemen, what I always tell my students is, when both options are there, normally when the answer is the ing one, they actually make it obvious that it's an ongoing action as opposed to it not being ongoing. In this case, it's pretty obvious that you actually use the base form because it says before allowing them. It's already, the action has already been done. Okay, so the answer is indeed number 1. Most of the time, I can tell you, they always like to test it by making sure students know it's base form instead of other forms. But don't get tricked because sometimes it has to be ing. Be careful. Now, at this time, I would have just ended tuition. Why, Clarissa? Ended tuition what? Now, number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, are you all ready? Okay. My grandmother enjoys taking long walks. I will accompany her to the park should she blank us during the school holidays. Oh, that's nice. It's one idea you can do on your school holidays. How much, huh? Go for a walk with your grandparents. Idea. Okay, there's so many holiday ideas that you can do. One of them is to spend time with your grandparents. You're all saying Axel 1, R1, Mariah 2, Axel 1. Okay, 4. Okay, Axel, what's 4, 1? We are in number 1, we are in number 3. Number 2 is that we have to stay at number 3. Sorry, I'm sleeping forever. Why are you sleeping forever? Okay, are you saying 1? We're sleeping forever. Are you sleeping beauty? But even sleeping beauty did not sleep forever. Okay. Now, Axel, your answer is number 3. Now, one very quick, there's one word here. I thank you, Axel. There's one word here that actually gives you a clue that you use a base form as well. Which word here gives you a clue that you're supposed to use base form? Pick the word from the question itself. Let me just say, when you see that word, what comes after is base form. Very good! R, you are correct. Base form. You should do this. You don't say you should did that, right? Now, should you need this, I am, should you need me, I'm there. So you say need, right? Or should you require my assistance, require base form as well. So the same thing here, should she visit, base form as well. So number 1, good job. The answer is a visit. Well done. Mariah Carey. Okay. Now, moving on to number 4. You stole my number 1 badge. Oh no, you don't even start. Sherlyn goes crazy about that. Okay, what is root form or base form? Okay, X, N, G, Z. Base form is basically the very, very original form of the verb with no S, additional S, no ES, no D, no ED, no ING at the end. It's just the basic form. So basically, need, okay, ask, right, walk, sing, dance, okay, these are all base form. The moment you say dances, danced, dancing, those are not base form. Get it? We clear? We clear, yeah? Give me a thumbs up if that is clear for you. All right, number 4, we're waiting for X and GZ's thumbs up. Let's move on to number 4. If she blank, you were going to the party, she would have gone to. A very commonly tested, okay, X and GS is clear. Okay, Noura Yasin says number 4 had known. What do you call this type of question? Also commonly tested, and there's more than one type of this. Let's give it a go, please. Okay, I see answers now. Stop ganging up on her. She's very strong, although right? If you gang up on her, she's very strong. She can take you all. She can take on all of you. Okay, you all say it's number 4. Can you tell me what is this type of question and how do you know it's number 4? Because this is a very commonly tested type of question, by the way. You have to be able to identify what they are trying to test you with. Wow, 3.7K likes. Thank you, people. Okay. Now, this starts with letter C. This starts with letter C and then O. Why are you wearing black eyebrows? I'm not wearing like eyebrows, okay, because it's just there. But indeed, the color of my hair is black, so therefore my eyebrows also black. Yes. Now, let's get 10K likes. Okay, let's try to do it. We reached 10K likes, people, huh? 10K likes. We can do it. Let's go. We're almost actually halfway through. 4.1 already on my end. I can see 4.1. Okay, who can guess this type of question? Okay, I'm already giving you 3 letters, huh? Still cannot give me, is it? C-O-N. What is this? What is this? Now, Mariah Carey, huh? The questions are coming in. You're starting to do it again. I'm going to ignore it. Okay. Now, no one can guess what this type of question is, ladies and gentlemen. Conditional. Thank you, Sherilyn. And this is conditional type what? Who can tell me what type is this conditional question? When you have this if statement, right? If you do this, then that is a conditional. However, there's 3 types of it, and you should be able to know what they are. What do you think is it? Conditional type 3. Whoa, Yolanda! What a strong entrance, Yolanda. Okay, it's type 3. Very good. Okay, this one, we go through very quickly, because you're all very smart already. I have gone through this with you all the time. Type 1, what do I always ask you to memorize for type 1? If I can, I what? Type it in very quickly, please. Okay, this one I expect you to remember very quickly. You all should memorize this ready. If I could, I what? Then the third one, which you say is the answer for number 3. If I had studied, I what? Now, I only know type 2 diabetes. I'm happy you're aware about that nonetheless, okay? If I could, I would. Very good. If I can, I will. Oh my God, very good, people. And then, if I had studied, I would have what? Who can tell me that if I had studied? No one has given me number 3. I would have passed. Correct? Memorize this 3. Now, if I could, I would. If I could, if I can, I will. If I could, I would. Okay. So obviously, if you go back to the question, if statement is blank, we don't know. But this statement is complete. It says she would have gone. And that actually is the pattern for type 3. Pretty obviously. Would have gone to. So, indeed, the answer is number 4. Well done. Had known, therefore you have this too. Okay? Clear, clear, clear. Take a screenshot of this if you have to. If you haven't, what I always tell my students is memorize these 3, so at least you have a reference pattern when you're dealing with a conditional question. Okay? Why am I here? Other side. So take a screenshot. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to do that. And yes. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we're done taking screenshots. Congratulations. Let's move on to number 5. Now, halfway through your grammar questions. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Susan bakes the birthday cake for mother blank. Okay, question tag. Very obviously question tag. You know this. Positive, negative, negative, positive. But one quick thing to think about is number 1, baked. It's an action verb. And if you have action verb, hold on. I'm going to erase some parts here, huh? If it's an action verb, drop in your answers, please. Pistachio boo. Says number 3. Axel 3. Yolanda also 3. I am unable to can. What do you mean you're unable to can pistachio boo? Nuria Yasin 3. Now, all of you says number 3. Okay, so let's break that down. Let's see if you're correct. This is an action verb. I always identify it as an action verb because I know when you say would, you just add not, right, to turn it into wouldn't. But it's not the same case for action verbs. But when you're dealing with action verbs, you always have either do, does, or did. Now, for this case, because this is past tense, this is obviously did. She actually did bake the birthday cake, okay? Now, how do we turn it into negative? Because this is positive. We turn it negative, we add the negative word, which is not. So it becomes didn't, okay? So good job. The answer is number 3. Well done. Okay, I'm not ignoring you, Mariah. I am entertaining the questions that are relevant to our lesson, Mariah Carey. Okay, now number 6. Be strong, Mariah, be strong. The soldier blank leg was amputated the soldier blank leg was amputated is learning how to walk with his prosthetic leg. You ain't the only one trying to get itcher. So that means, Sherlyn, you're fighting with quite a few enemies here. Okay. Mariah says 4. Pistachio Boo 4. Clarissa 4. Okay, all of you saying number 4. Because this kind of who's talks about what? What do you call... Okay, here we go. What do you call a baby soldier? What is it, Pistachio Boo? Like, who owns the leg, right? So, if you talk about ownership, I'm very sorry. If you talk about ownership or possession, infantry. I give the laughing one. That joke I like. I like that joke, Pistachio Boo. So just give me baby. Okay. Happy. I see. Happy. Okay. Ownership. So there you have it. But once again, who owns the leg is the soldier that owns the leg. So whose leg? That's why you say whose pen is this? Whose mouse is this? Like that. Okay. But please be careful on the difference of this whose and this kind of whose. This one has an apostrophe. It's short for who is. Okay. They're not the same thing. They're not interchangeable. All right. Good job. Let's move on to the next page. Okay. Your answers differs blank mine. Either you or I am wrong. Okay. Differ is only paired with one preposition. Differ what? Okay. Differ what? Okay. Axel also fighting for it. Okay. Okay. Pistachio Boo says 3. Differs from. Mariah also 3. Is it? Who else? I'm gonna get 2 more answers, please. 2 more answers. Wow, 8.5K. My goodness, we're reaching 10K so early, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going. Give me my number 1 badge. All right, who else wants to type in your answer? Please do not forget to also type in your answer. Hi, you're very busy with your badges now. Okay, number 3. Differ from can only work with from. Any other possible combination, teacher? Okay, let me think about it. Differ, let's say in this case, your answer differ from mine, okay? It differs against, her answer differs against, differs to and with, differs to. No, I don't think so. What I'm only unsure of is against, or maybe a possibility, but differs to and differs with, no, definitely no. Yeah, what I can check for you is Pistachio Boo, if differs against can be used on a specific structure of a sentence. But differs to and differs with, it differs with. No, it has to be differs from. Okay, but I will have to check with you what differs against. Okay, but for this case, the answer is number 3, Pistachio Boo. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Teacher Mitsuko has 3 apples. Teacher just steals 2 apples from her. So what is this? Is this a math question or what? Okay, it's me, Anne. Hello, welcome back to you. Okay, now, moving on to number 8. He never gave up hope, blank his many setbacks. I admire him for his grit and tenacity. Okay, now, the sentence here is that, okay, this one, the additional sentence here is a clue, grit and tenacity. This is, what's the opinion on girls playing sports? We had a discussion during class. Okay, I'll go through this question first and then we can answer that very quickly, Clarissa. Huh? Now, Jivan says number 3. Okay, if we break down the question properly, first things first, there's 2 sentences here. Please don't be lazy. You just read the first sentence, and because the next sentence don't bear the blank, you're just gonna leave it alone. They put it there for a reason, and most of the time there's always a clue there. Okay, now many setbacks is sad. Okay, never gave up is nice. So we are putting together two phrases that are contrasting. The conjunction for that is indeed correct. That's number 3. Just fine. Wow. Now, going quickly to Clarissa's answer. Sure, I'm gonna eat, so I won't be participating as much. Okay, Clarissa. Going back to just one thing that you said. This is irrelevant, but what's your opinion on girls playing sports? We had a discussion in class. So there is no need to have a discussion on girls playing sports because girls should be able to play sports. Like, I don't know what's the need to have a discussion on it. Like, what is the issue that you have to discuss it? Because girls can play sports, right? They should be able to play sports. I mean, at this time, that should be the norm already. Obviously it's not the norm for every single place in this world because the rate at which progress for equality for women is different in different countries. But to have the need to discuss it in class, I don't really exactly know why. Was there a specific angle towards you talking about it, or is it generally just about allowing girls to play sports? Because there shouldn't be a discussion about it because it should be a norm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, but they don't. I see. I understand what you mean now. So your clarification here is that like we respect the boys, but they don't respect us. Okay. Okay, like it's a normalized thing. I see. Even though, okay, I understand. Okay. So teacher, I'm a boy or a girl. It doesn't matter, Mariah. That's one thing. I mean, for me, it doesn't matter. Okay, don't you try to trick me, Mariah. Okay, I understand now. So you were discussing in a point wherein girls being, for example, being told that you shouldn't be playing it. So some people, whether regardless of the gender, may have been making fun of them for having played that sports. It is still a problem for sure for across different places and countries and religions and cultures. But for me, just the thing is that the fight continues. That's my take. The fight continues to normalize these things and to educate as well. So when these things happen, open a conversation with the person who actually tried to to do the bullying, for example. Okay, open a conversation. When you are not sure how to go about it, actually ask them the question, why not? Why not? Okay. Okay, now moving on to number 9. A fund for the victims of the earthquake blank set up last week after the Red Cross Society appealed for help. Now, what do you think, ladies? Yes, women empowerment, people. Let's go. Yeah. Now, a fund for the victims of the earthquake. 10K? It's 9.9 on my end, people. Don't you dare, Axel. It's still 9.9. I need to see it as an exactly 10. Oh my God, it just reached 10K. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Now it's 6:07. We're going to reach 20K. Ken? Okay? See, you managed to do it in like, what, 15 minutes. Wow. Thank you so much, people. Okay, Easy Daisy says number 3. I have number 3 and number 4. We have a mix of 3 and 4, is it? Because it's me and says number 4. Okay. Now, the challenge here is number 1, subject verb agreement. Number 2 is tense. Okay. First things first, let's clarify the issue on subject verb agreement. The subject is a noun phrase. It's long. And that's what they like to give you questions with because they like to confuse you so that you kind of sometimes won't really immediately see what the subject is. Now, for this case, look at the entire subject. A fund for the victims of the earthquake. If you look at the entire thing, the actual subject is actually the fund. The fund. For whatever that is, doesn't matter. But we are talking about a fund. Okay? So this is singular. This is singular. Okay? Now, set up last week after the Red Cross Society appealed for help. Last week, that tells you the tense. So having these two would then be very good. Pistachio, a fun. Fun, that means to say it's singular, it's past tense. Therefore, the answer is number 3. Good job. Okay. Very good. Okay. Now, strong people of the world, good job so far. We are on the last number of our grammar question. The manager of the company came blank, fire for mistreating his workers. This is a collocation. The whole phrase is this one, came blank fire, which actually means you are criticized or attacked for something. Okay, what is the line that you use to talk about being criticized or attacked for something? Okay, what do you think? Answering, okay. Number 3, came under fire. I see. Pistachio Boo, Axel, Mariah can only give me one answer, madam. Number 10, who else? Drop in your answer, please. Anyone else who wants to drop in the answers? Let's go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cannot, Mariah, cannot. Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds and let's see what the correct answer is. Let's go, people. Oh my god, I thought my tablet has a crack. It was a strand of my hair. Okay, so Mariah cannot giving me more answers. Mariah, if you give me more answers right, this is your last chance. If you still give me 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the next section of our MCQ, you're gonna be, it's kind of like this is the live version of facing the wall. You're gonna get 5 minutes of muting, huh, Mariah? Listen to me. Okay, now Izzy Daisy says number 3. Okay, number 3, very good. Okay, came under fire. Okay, something came under fire basically means to be criticized. Or attacked for something. All right, good job. We are now moving on to our vocabulary questions, people. Let's see and test your vocabulary. Now, the application to go on an overseas learning journey was blanked by the principal. Yeah. Now, the application to go on overseas learning journey was blanked by the principal. Was it verified? Was it certified, approved, or sponsored? Let's give it a go. Drop in your answer, please. Now, okay, I see answers here now. Let's see, number 3 from Pistachio Boo. 3 is Daisy. Okay, so 2 answers. Let's go. Drop it in, please. 10 more seconds before we try and see. Verified by Mariah. Okay, and Clarissa also. Okay, let's see the difference because I have number 1 and I have number 3 as well. Okay, Clarissa reconsidered her answer. Now, when you verify something, or let's say a document has been verified, okay, I need to verify your identity. It basically means you check for accuracy. So that's why they say, oh, we have to verify your identity, show me your ID. Okay, now, did the principal verify the application to go on an overseas learning journey? No. The principal is not supposed to be the one, like, verifying. The principal basically kind of like allow them. The implication is that we're looking for the word that talks about the principal allowing them to actually go for the overseas trip. Okay. Now, teacher Mitsuko, my answer is number 3. Okay, Mariah, got it. Now, certified is when you certify something, you actually kind of really like officially recognized. Recognized as meeting certain standards. Yeah, that's why you can see it, for example, in labels of products that you buy. Then they put their certified product like that. Okay, certified by this organization. That means to say they checked it, it was checked, and officially it's recognized to meet this level of standards. Okay, approved basically means to say officially accepted. Officially accepted. Or given permission. Given permission. Finally, if we move on to sponsored is a lot more on the financial aspects. So when you are sponsoring something, you're basically supporting it financially. Okay, financially supported. So for this case, we wanted to say that the principal actually allowed them to do the overseas trip. So the answer is number 3. Approved. Okay, slow down. I'm still writing. Okay, I'm slowing down for you. I'll move it up a bit. Yeah, while you're still writing, I keep the notes there for you to see while we go to number 12. Okay. Amy was so excited after her trip to Disneyland that she spoke blank to her friends about her holiday there. So it was like, I'm Amy, right? And then I just got back, right? I just got back from Disneyland. Oh, people, it was so nice. And then I saw Mickey Mouse and I saw this, my favorite tangled up. And then I saw also this. And she just kept talking, people, because she was so happy about it. She cannot contain her happiness. She shared it. She kept talking about it. Now, what do you think? Yes, correct, Royston. Thank you for sharing the live, Axel. Yes. Okay. Now, what do you think is the answer? Mariah says incessantly. And who else? Drop in your answer, Clarissa. Axel, where are you? Pistachio Boo. Pistachio Boo also says number 1. I see. Who else? 10 more seconds before we discuss the meanings of these words. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to those of you who just joined. If you haven't followed us yet, please do so that you can get notified when we go live, ladies and gentlemen. What level is this? Kurumi, this is primary 6 SA1 paper 2019 Kurumi. Okay. All right. Time to discuss the answer, people. So she was so happy. She was talking nonstop about her trip to Disneyland. Let's start with intermittently. When something is very intermittent, it stops and then it starts at very irregular intervals. Okay. Stopping. And starting at irregular intervals. Okay. Intermittent fasting, is it a good example? I'm not gonna call it a good example because some people actually follow a proper interval for their fasting. Her calls, for example, her calls are very intermittent. Okay, so it's more towards it being so unpredictable because it just turns on and off here and there from time to time. Okay, occasionally, basically that one is sometimes. I would say occasionally is sometimes. Okay, periodically, okay, this one is more on a regular interval. Okay, periodically is regular intervals. Okay, now incessantly, this is the word because when someone does something incessantly, it's without stopping. Yeah, she was so happy. Exactly, yes. Sure, I don't know why, but I was muted. Was Axel muted? Did he do something? Okay, was it? No lah, no lah. Axel, were you muted? Amy is so annoying. Yes, she could be annoying, but sometimes, people, they get so excited over something. They don't have bad intentions. They just kind of like want to release the emotions that they have. So you just kind of talk. So as long as you see the intentions behind it, okay, because of course you may be talking just to brag, but some people actually they don't want to brag. They actually was just genuinely excited to talk about it. So sometimes you just let them. Okay, now number 13. Okay, very excited, huh, Axel? Okay, when Devi was reading a book, she blanked a word that she did not know. She had to use a dictionary to look up its meaning. You have 4 phrasal verbs here. Can you please try to answer? What do you think? Shiza says 3. Izzy 3. I gotta go. Okay, Clarissa, see you again soon. Pistachio 3. Hello, Shiza. Welcome. Came across. Okay. This one would be pretty straightforward. You're all in consensus of your answer. Take care if I didn't join back, teacher chat. So cute. Thank you, Clarissa. You take care as well. Okay, now let's go through these phrasal verbs. Came up means something was mentioned. Okay, when something, it came up in the conversation. That means to say it is something, okay, something was mentioned. Mentioned or arose in conversation. Okay. Okay. So kind of like you broach a subject or it came up in the conversation like that. Okay. Now came down, and when it comes down to it, okay, move downward like literally like that. move downward or be passed down. Now, I came across something. I came across an article. I came across an information. You find something by chance. Okay, by chance. And finally, you came through to survive. She made it. She came through the difficult situation or succeeded in a difficult situation. So, basically from this set of meanings, the answer is indeed number 3. Came across. So she came across a word, she came across by chance, and then she didn't know the meaning. She went up to the dictionary to look it up. I came down with the flu. Yes, correct. That is correct. There's another use of the word came down. For sure, yes. And that is one example. Something came up, I can't meet you anymore. Also, Ken Pistachio Boo, thank you so much. So these are all correct usage of these phrasal verbs. Do remember, one phrasal verb can have more than one meaning. That's the challenging part about phrasal verbs, and that is exactly the reason why I'm telling you to really expose yourself to different phrasal verbs, because there's thousands of them, and one phrasal verb can have more than one meaning. Okay, which, by the way, I think we have, right? We have a product on phrasal verbs soon that we are releasing. Correct, Royston? Are we releasing a phrasal verb ebook soon? The one that Yahweh was working on. Correct. So if that is ready, we're definitely gonna announce it. But at the moment, the products that we are about to launch are the O-Level 2024 model responses that comes with an ebook and a video guide. Number 2, tell me the other ebooks, Grammar.
The 1,200 grammar and vocabulary question.
1,200 grammar and vocabulary question, and there's one more? No, that's it. Grammar and vocab, is it?
And the PSLE.
Oh, yeah. Correct. The PSLE model responses from 2024. Okay. Teacher, are we doing close later? Of course, Mariah, we're doing close. Yeah. Can you say came down with a yes? Correct. I already answered that. I shared the live again. Thank you, Axel. Okay, number 14 people. Now, the children were careful as they climbed the blank wooden steps of the dilapidated house. Rickety, shoddy, shabby, ragged. Okay, let's go. Drop in your answer. Give it a try. Axel says number 1. That was quick. Who else wants to give it a try? Ladies and gentlemen. Mariah says 4. Okay. Ragged. Okay, I see. Now, who else? Izzy Daisy. Wow, we have 1, we have 4, and we have 3. I see. Izzy Daisy is shabby. Okay. All right. Okay. Do keep in mind that I understand, because these words are very close to each other. The main difference is in what context are they usually used for. Okay. Now, let's give it a try. First things first, we are describing wooden steps, okay? We are describing wooden steps and the condition of the wooden steps of the dilapidated house, okay? Now, maybe it's 1, 4, 3. Okay, now let's start with the meanings, and let me know if the meanings have actually clarified your doubts. And if you want to reconsider your answer, you let me know. Let's start from the bottom, ragged. Okay, when something is ragged, right, it's torn or frayed. Usually referring to fabric or clothing. Now, okay, start thinking. Shabby, okay, is old, worn out, or in bad condition now. Worn out, bad condition, but usually describes clothing or general appearance of a person. Okay. Now, shoddy, is that how I pronounce shoddy? Okay. Now, poorly made. Okay, when something is like that, right, it's poorly made. Okay, or low quality. Okay, I see. Now, rickety chair. Okay, rickety is weak, unstable. unstable, or likely to collapse now. Is that weak now, which perfectly, okay, unstable, describes, okay. Now, for this case, the best word that can be used to describe the wooden steps is actually the word rickety, which is number 1. Because ragged and shabby, for example, are more towards the appearance of a person or the clothing that they're wearing. Okay, shoddy is more towards the entire quality of it being terrible. Not because it was worn out over time. The quality is just horrible. Okay, so the answer is number 1. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we go to number 15, the last vocabulary question of the day. Okay, when Faisal won the championship for the speech competition, he was so blank with shock that he was speechless for a moment. Okay, winner already won, but like he was so shocked that it took him a bit of time to manage to start speaking. Okay, what do you think? Pistachio Boo says number 3, overwhelmed. Okay, who else wants to give it a try? This is our last question. Let's end strong, people. Let's go. Number 3 as well for Axel. Who else? 2 more answers. Let's give it a go. Mariah, are you there? Is it Daisy? Sherlyn. Is it Daisy? Also says 3. 3 or 4. I see. There is like the strong emotion here, and because of the strong emotion, the shock. That's what caused the speechlessness for a moment. Now, what is that word that we're looking for? When something is overrun, it's excessively filled or occupied. Or occupied. Okay, overpowered is physically or forcefully. Okay, you've been overpowered by someone. Okay, physically or forcefully defeated. Now, overwhelmed is you can use it in the sense that you are deeply affected. Deeply affected by emotion. And finally, overshadowed, people. When you're overshadowed, you become less important because something else became more prominent. So it's like, this one nice, right? But if this is overshadowed, it's because something else became more prominent. Okay, that's overshadowed. Less important. It's due to someone or something now, or something else being more prominent. I think for this case, it's pretty obvious that overwhelmed here is the one that talks about deep emotions that affected the person. So you are correct. The answer is number 3, overwhelmed with shock. Which is, by the way, is a line that you can use in your composition. So instead of saying he was very shocked, or he was very angry, or he was very sad, you can say she was overwhelmed with shock. Okay, overwhelmed. So just to make it a bit better as an emotional phrase. Okay, good job, people. Now let's move on to the next part. Let's try to go through comprehension close first. Yes, people, let's give it a go. Strong enough to do compre close, huh? Okay, now. All right, let's give it a try, ladies and gentlemen. Now, millions are donated to charities each year. Charity is not just about blank money, but also having the heart to help blank. Let's do number 51. It's not just about what money, ladies and gentlemen. Charity is not just about... This basically talks about... Oh, thank you, Mariah, for giving me the big topic. Yes. So big topic is charity. Or to be very specific, donating to charities. Okay. Now, what do you think is the word here? Charity is not just about blank money. This goes back to actually the big topic of your passage today. Now, Axel, which one do you think is a better word? Donating and giving, because grammatically they could be correct here. But which word do you think is a more appropriate one for this passage specifically? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ah. The more specific one is donating. Donating money, see? Millions are donated to charities each year. Okay? Go for that one. It's a safer choice. Okay? But also, so charity is not just about donating money. It's but also about having the heart to help blank. To help who? That's the question. To help? Mariah, needy is good, but if you put needy there has to be the word the to help the needy. But there's no the, so think of something else that fits there without the word the. To help. Okay, no one else wants to give it a try. How come people suddenly very quiet? Come pretty close. To help people, is it? Anyone else? People? Charity is not just about donating money, but also about having the heart to help people. I will accept people, but for me, there is a better word to use other than people. It starts with letter O. Yes, that's your hint. What do you think? To help, like that. Okay, anyone? OT. Yes, Israel, that's correct. Others. Okay, now, the value of a gift is more than just the cost of it. Rather, it is about generosity and thought blank the gift. It's beyond just the gift. It's beyond just the gift. It's also the thought blank the gift. What do you think is that? We are now in number 53. About not pistachio, but they're close enough. For example, let's say I'll give you a clue, pistachio, to put it into context. Let's say I'm a very poor person, but I still want to donate. But I don't really have much with me, but I still want to help others because I feel like in some sense there is still a part of me that's privileged. Okay? So I want to donate. But let's say because I cannot afford to buy something, I'm just gonna make it, for example. Okay, I'm just gonna make it. Maybe I'm so good at origami, or I am so good at making clothing because I can sew like that. So it's not very expensive, but and I didn't have to spend with that gift. So the important thing is the gift that I gave, but also the blank, the gift, the thought blank the gift. Okay. Yes, and oh no, you're correct. The thought behind the gift. Yes. Okay. Now, it is also about being willing to share your time and effort without blank any return. So, helping in charities doesn't necessarily also mean money. It could also be donating your time, donating your effort, your expertise on something to help them build this, for example, or to help them to educate them on this, for example. Okay, without blank any returns. Pistachio says expecting. Do you all agree with Pistachio's answer, or is there another word that better fits this? Blank. Roxanne, expecting any returns. Hello, Sherlyn, welcome back. Okay, Roxy and Pistachio, you correct. Without expecting any returns. Okay, there is nothing more upsetting blank people taking advantage of generosity of others. Okay, there is nothing more upsetting blank people taking advantage of generosity of the generosity of others. Okay, Pistachio Boo. No, says that. Roxy, be careful with the spelling, huh? Okay. There is nothing more than. Okay, pairs with this word. Yes, careful with your spelling. Just change E to A, please, Roxy. Okay, in recent years, there have been cases of charities misusing the money people donated to them. My goodness. For example, people were accused blank keeping donations meant for the sick and needy and spending them on luxury goods for themselves. This is a pair of the word accused blank. What's the preposition you pair accused with? Accused what? Okay. What do you think is the word? Pistachio says of. Accused of. Accused of. So selfish. Yeah, some people actually did that. So be very careful with the choices of organizations that you choose to donate to. Make sure, because the good thing about some very good organizations is that they actually publicize where the money went. So those are the ones that you actually trust. Okay. Now, accused of. Very good. Accused of keeping donations meant for the sick and needy and spending them on luxury goods. Now, there were occasional reports of people selling items on the streets, or collecting donations supposedly in blank of the poor. Okay, in what of the poor? Like, hey, I'm selling this because the proceeds will go to help this group of poor people here, but that is not true now. They just make it up. They just want to win your hearts for you to end up buying the item. So, in what of the poor? What's the goal for them? What's their lie? Their lie is that they're doing this in what of the poor. Starts with the word S and U. Sometimes, a lot of these people really play on the psychology. There's something very psychological about this, and there are actual syndicates who really properly plan these things out to get so much from people and make them believe that they're giving to charities even when they're not. Like, people really, some very horrible groups now, to earn money, they actually plan these things out very well, hire people to do it, and train them even to do it properly as well. Okay. Suspense in support. Very good. In support of the poor. Okay. However, many of these attempts were found to be scams. Such dishonesty upsets people because it is not blank wrong, but it also makes it more blank for genuine charities to raise funds. Now, this is a BFF, not blank, but also. What is the pair of but also? Not what? Now, Pistachio, it is morally wrong, okay? So you cannot put there not morally wrong, because it is morally wrong. It's very dishonest. So I will not accept that answer. Now, this is very grammatical in essence, okay? This is a partner. What do you partner but also with? Not only. Very good. Not only but also, okay? So such dishonesty upsets people because it's not only wrong, but it also makes it more blank for genuine charities to raise funds. Because of these people doing the scams, right? It's much harder now for people to trust even the real charities, because they just don't want to be scammed anymore. So they just stop donating altogether. It makes it more challenging, difficult. Agree? I will accept difficult. I will accept challenging. Poor charities. It's very sad because one wrong thing done really affects the reputation of the rest of the organizations who are actually really genuinely doing right, doing good things for the poor. Yeah. Now, news reports on scams put people on their guard and they may not be as blank when they donate. Yeah, so for example, maybe because they saw some scam reports in the news, then they're now very cautious, and so they end up not being as blank when they donate because they're holding back because they don't know if it's a scam, right? So they are not as what? What do you think? They're not as, wow, Yolanda Flouncer says they're not as generous. Very good. They are not as generous. So they would perhaps without the scam news, right? They would be giving this amount. But because of the scam news, they perhaps lowered it to this amount because of that fear that they may be scammed. So they just become not as generous anymore because they're on guard. You see? Yes, they're not as generous when they donate. Okay? So that affects the recipients of these charities. Blank less money will reach them. Yeah, so it's quite sad that these people scamming other people really affects the effort of real charity organizations as well. As less money will reach them. Do you agree with Yolanda Flouncer's answer, everyone? Do you have your own answer here? Drop it in, please. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As Pistachio agrees as well. Is your answer Mariah for number 61? Okay. Now, very good, as that is correct. Well done. As less money will reach them. Now, many Singaporeans give to charity, but few actually take the time to find out more about the group they are giving to. The Commissioner of Charities, Dr. Ang Hak Seng, is hoping to change that by launching a campaign to encourage donors to conduct their own blank before they part with their money. You conduct your own what? You go and see whether you know about them, what were they giving, who are the beneficiaries of their organization, and that you do your own what? Yolanda has given her answer. Who else wants to give it? Research. Mariah, Yolanda, very good. And Dr. Ang said, as more people do their checks, it's harder to abuse the system. When donors have more trust in fundraising appeals, they will also give more. Honesty starts with ourselves, and that must come blank within. Come what within? Come. Collocation. Let's go. Come. Yolanda Flouncer, come from within. Very good. Now, when blank funds, when blank funds, do not take the money for your own use. Yeah, this one is like, this one goes to the people who are actually the one on the receiving end. When collecting. Wow, Yolanda, you are so on point today. When collecting funds, do not take the money for your own use. Blank if it is just a few cents. Blank if it is just a few cents. Don't take at all. Okay? Whatever amount you're thinking, no. You should not supposed to take. Even if, very good, it is just a few cents. Okay? Just think of the smiles on the faces of the people you will be helping. Good job. We are done with this one. Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It can be about charity organizations. It can be people who come to you, ask for help because they're poor, they're needy, they need their help. It can be people selling something to you. It can be people trying to get you to sign up to a program, a health program. Could be anything. There's a lot of compliance practitioners out there. When I say compliance practitioners, these are people who sell something. These are people who make you comply on something, who make you buy a product, okay? And you have to be logical enough to make sure that your decision when you speak to these people is not based upon how they've dressed up, not based upon what they told you, but also at the same time, you look for actual evidence of, you have to make sure you do your research, you look for evidence beyond just what that person said or how that person looked like. Because you will be shocked. I'm on Teacher Jamie's live. Oh yeah, we're also live on Teacher Jamie's account. No problem, as long as you're there. I will not, however, see your answers in Teacher Jamie's live, Mariah. Yeah. But you're in both lives, is it? So the best thing you can do, everyone, is a lot of this is very psychological. There's a lot of human tendencies that we all fall for subconsciously. We're not even aware that we actually like it because technically of how it looks, or because of technically how it was structured that way, because it was said that way. So you have to be, more discerning about your decisions. Okay, don't fall for these things. Okay, now moving on. Do you want to do editing or do you want to do SNT? Synthesis and transformation. Drop it in your answer. Let's see which one we can go through after. Vote. Editing or synthesis and transformation. Okay, Mariah says SNT. 10 more seconds. Otherwise, if in 10 seconds no one votes, we'll go for SNT. Mariah. I remember Yolanda Franzer has no preference. Oh, she's very strong. She can take in any type of question. Okay, 10 seconds is up. Indeed, we're going for S&T. Mariah, congratulations to you. Let's go for question number 1. Whitney Houston. What do you mean Whitney Houston, Mariah? What about Whitney Houston, Mariah? Okay, now the witness disappeared suddenly. The police were investigating. The police what? What do you think? Combine the two sentences. Let's give it a try. Type in your complete sentence, people. Let's go. The police were investigating the witness's sudden disappearance. Okay. Who else? Once again, check. I'll give you about 15 more seconds because it's just typing the entire thing. Thank you, Yolanda. The police were investigating the disappearance of the witness. There's one missing word though, Mariah. Is this correct? You just dropped one word that should be there. You dropped one word that should be there, but good job. So the police, sorry, that's a highlighter. The police were investigating. Very good, Mariah. Just the word. Very good. The sudden, careful with spelling, disappearance of the witness. Now, Yolanda, if you say the witness's sudden disappearance, I will also accept that. Okay, good job. Now, number 67, let's move on. Athena had not cooked noodles before and made a mess. Not what? This one quite easy, no? Give it a try. Sophia and Abdullah just joined the live. Welcome to you. Hello. Okay. Not having cooked noodles before, Athena made a mess of it. Interesting. Thank you, Yolanda. Mariah, you have your answer. Type it in. Feel free, please. Thank you. Ryan, not having cooked noodles before, Celine Dion. Mariah made a mess of it. Now, Yolanda Flouncer, correct. Mariah, I'm gonna mark it wrong because you placed the name Celine Dion. Okay, not having cooked, okay, noodles before, Athena made a mess of it. Okay, well done. Number 68, direct speech to reported speech. Who ate my slice of cake? Mr. Raju asked his children. Mr. Raju asked his children who what? Mr. Raju asked his children who? Be careful, make sure you remember the things that you need to change. Update the tense, please. If it's there, it's always there. The pronouns, if it's there, update the time. And then the proximity or the place. Now, Mr. Raju asked his children who had eaten his slice of cake. Mariah, do you agree with Yolanda Flouncer's answer? Michael Jackson asked his children who had eaten his slice of cake. Okay. Correct. I'm very happy you're very good with your tenses. This one is a past tense because ate, right? So we move one tense backward. Past perfect. Very good. Had eaten. Mariah, I'll mark it wrong because you named it Michael Jackson. Okay. Mr. Raju asked his children who had eaten, okay, his slice of cake. Okay, good job. Number 69, the judge questioned whether the reports were accurate. The accuracy, let's go. Try. I am losing my voice. Give it a try, people. The accuracy of the reports was questioned by the judge. Okay, very careful with your subject-verb agreement. Okay, Mariah, do you have your own answer? Wow, so nice. I can see myself in the bell. It's kind of nice. The accuracy was questioned by the judge. The accuracy of what? Reports, huh? Oh. Mariah, there's one thing I'm gonna remind you to make sure that you really get your marks. You cannot afford very little mistakes like that in SNT, huh, Mariah? Because SNT is all or nothing. Even if in theory you got the right answer, if in practice you have very minor errors in your answer, you get nothing out of it. Okay, so be very careful with it. Okay, the accuracy of the reports was questioned by the judge. Very good, Mariah. Now, if you notice yourself sometimes committing that very minor error, what you can do is to check your answer by canceling from the original sentence, because essentially you should be able to use all the words or replace them accordingly. For this sentence, for example, the judge, is it in my answer? Yes. Questioned? Yes. Whether I don't need because of the way it's changed. So the accuracy, no need. Now the reports, yes. Was there, accurate, change to accuracy. Okay, so at least check it that way. Now, last question. Let's go. As soon as the celebrity arrived, she was ushered to the stage. Oh, this one requires a word form change. Give it a try. Upon her arrival, the celebrity was ushered to the stage. I see. Oh, wow. Singapore joined the live. Hello, Singapore. We're so honored that you're here joining the live. Okay. Now, Mariah, type in your answer. This is our last question for SNT. Let's go. Let's end strong. Pistachio came back in. Hello, Pistachio. Welcome back. Upon Mariah Carey's arrival, the celebrity was ushered to the stage. I will mark it correct, but because we use your own name, I will mark it wrong, Mariah. Upon her arrival, the celebrity was ushered to the stage. Very good. Mariah Carey, still 9 months before we. That's very funny, pistachio boo. Hey, pistachio boo, don't say that. Mariah Carey also has some good songs throughout the year, not just during Christmas season. But admit it, Mariah, your popularity really spikes during Christmas season, Mariah. You know that, right? And you should be happy about that because no matter how old Mariah Carey actually gets, she will always be a legend during the December season. I think no one will ever. I think this is gonna go on, even knock on wood, even after her death. Like this is just gonna go on. She's gonna be known for it. It's her mark in this world. I don't want a lot for Christmas. Okay, now we have 5 minutes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna entertain some of your questions if you have. Okay, any specific revision or English question that you have in your head, or any tips that you want me to specifically talk about before we end the live session? Drop it in, drop it in. What's happening? Okay, like this. Everything. What do you mean everything, Mariah? Cannot just talk about everything. Specify one thing, madam. So let's just briefly talk about one single tip at least before we end the live. Okay. Okay, at least for English, which specific paper are you struggling the most with? Maybe we can talk about that. Or is there something related to revision? Can't remember exactly what it is, but I asked a question about 1 word, 2 words. Oh, yes, Yolanda. I actually discussed that, but you were not around. So I'm going to go back to discussing it, okay? Okay. Hold on. I even have notes about it, Yolanda. Yes. So I'll go back to the very reason why we had that conversation, Yolanda. If you recall, it was a Henry Park paper that says, we were talking about horses, remember, Yolanda? And it was specifically used as horse riding skills. Okay. In the passage that it was an editing passage, it mentions horse riding skills. Okay. Now in this sentence, Yolanda, this is actually called a hyphenated, okay, hyphenated adjective. It's an adjective because it's describing the skills, correct? Now, the basic rule for this is that when 2 or more words form a compound adjective and it's describing a noun, this should appear before the noun, which is in this case, it appears before skills, right? And when it is before the noun, it has to be hyphenated, okay? So let me drop down the rule here so it's clear, it's clear to you, okay? Horse riding, okay. So before the noun, hyphenate, okay? After the noun, don't, okay? Because I can say, for example, right, high speed chase, horse riding skills, but I can also say he enjoys. What is an example of this one when it's placed after the noun? You can say he enjoys horse riding. This one, no hyphen. Okay. So we went horse riding last weekend, no hyphen, very good. Exactly, because it's not used as an adjective. Okay, so the hyphen essentially is there to avoid confusion. So the hyphen at least makes it more clear that it's used as a compound adjective. Okay, now I also went all the way. So hyphenate when they come before the noun. Do not hyphenate when it's simply a noun phrase or comes after a noun. Okay. Now, I also went to clarify a few more things generally on hyphenating. Hyphenate with numbers or fractions in compound adjectives as well. That's why you also say, for example, it's a 3 day it's a 3 day training. Same thing. And it's different, right? When you say the training is happens in 3 days, correct? So a 3 day training, 2 hour flight, correct? So same thing. It also applies to numbers or even fractions as well. And finally, don't hyphenate adverbs ending with ly. So highly recommended. Don't hyphenate that. Okay. So is it 3 day or 3 day old? 3 day old. It's the second one, Yolanda. 3 day old. The second one with the 2 hyphens. It should be that one. Teacher, release all the books for free, please. Mariah, huh? If we release everything for free, we cannot pay everyone working at Writers at Work anymore, Mariah. Nonetheless, Mariah, do not lose hope. Do not lose hope. First things first, Mariah, I need you to subscribe to our newsletter. Why? I give a free resource every week to our newsletter subscribers. Every week. And last week, I have just given 2 weeks ago, I've given a free resource on model compositions for 2024 PSLE questions. I have also given a free resource on grammar. So my take for you is, don't worry, not everything is free in Writers at Work. That one I can tell you, but we do give free resources. That one is for sure. We have resources that we give out for free. Okay, so my first take is, go into subscribe to our newsletter. Go to our website. There's a newsletter section there. Subscribe. Number 2 is, you can still visit our ebook shop, Mariah. There are free resources there. Not everything is free in the WOW ebook shop, but some of them actually are. So go in and download. You will see free resources there. Go inside there and download, okay? If you want, I may perhaps I can perhaps go through this with you on Tuesday. On Tuesday, on my next live, I'll show you how to navigate the website to find the free resources. Okay, Mariah? So I will expect to see you on Tuesday. I'll teach you. I'll show you on screen how to navigate the website to find the free resources. And you're right, it's 7 p.m. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the live. Have a very pleasant weekend. See you next week. Bye-bye.